So I'd like to call to order this regular council meeting in the town of Saugeen Shores and remind you of your responsibility if you have a pecuniary interest with any particular item on the agenda. We have no additions, deletions, or amendments to the agenda. So the first motion then is adoption. Next item on the agenda is adoption of minutes, and it's been moved by Councillor Minaj and seconded by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber that council adopts the minutes of the council meeting of January 29th, 2018 as presented. Questions or errors or omissions? All in favor? That's carried. The next item is Committee of the Whole minutes for January 29th, and it's been moved by Councillor Rich, seconded by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau that council note and file the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting of January 29th, 2018 as presented. Any errors, omissions, comments? All in favor? That's carried. So next we have our report of the Committee of the Whole, and the first one is the General Government Report for January 29th, 2018, and it's the moved by Councillor Minaj, seconded by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber, that Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the General Government Report dated January the 29th, 2018, recommending approval of the municipal budget for the year 2018 as follows, and I'm not going to read all those numbers, but they're there for anybody that wants them. Further, that Town of Saugeen Shores tax levy be set to a combined blended tax rate increase of 3% to allow the Town of Saugeen Shores to increase the transfer to the future capital reserves to help alleviate or avoid debt financing or future capital projects. This represents a $90.50% increase to the average household assessed at $282,000. That the BIA levies for 2018 be set at $33,000 for the Port Elgin BIA and $29,350 for the Southampton BIA, and that the tax levy bylaw establishing the 2018 tax rates be considered for council at a future date. Questions, comments? All in favor? Opposed? None? That's carried. The next item is a General Government Report 2 from September or January the 29th, and it's been moved by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau, seconded by Councillor Rich. The Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the General Government Report dated January the 29th, 2018, recommending that Council authorize staff to undertake the necessary processes to negotiate and facilitate the sale of Part 1 on reference plan 3R-7600. Questions, comments? That's fine. Just it is same general nature that you have a family member. That's great. That's fine. Fine, thank you. Any further questions? All in favor? Opposed? That's carried. The next item is the Planning and Development Report of January the 29th, and it's been moved by Councillor Dave Mayette and seconded by Councillor Minaj. The Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the Planning and Development Report dated January the 29th, 2018, recommending that Council direct staff to prepare a community improvement plan consistent with the recommendations of the Saugeen Shores Economic Development Strategic Plan. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Opposed, if any? That's carried. And the next item then is a Community Services and Parks and Recreation Report of January 29th, and it's been moved by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber and seconded by Councillor Minaj that Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the Community Services and Transportation Report dated January 29th, 2018, recommending that Council endorses staff recommendation to work with the YMCA of Owen Sound Grey Bruce to develop a fulsome memorandum of understanding to guide a potential partnership between the two organizations. Any questions or comments to this? All in favor? That's carried. So we have some report of municipal officers, and the first one is an RFP replacement of the Port Elgin standpipe, and it's been, I believe there's a report with it that's been moved by Councillor Rich and seconded by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau that Council authorizes that BM Ross and Associates Limited be awarded the engineering services contract for the replacement of the Port Elgin standpipe and related assets, project RFP 2018-6430-5800 in the amount of $172,760 plus applicable HST, and that the Mayor and Clerk be authorized to sign the necessary tender documents. Any questions to this motion? Councillor Minaj.
I will repeat a request that we ask the engineering group to shape the new standpipe in the form of a pumpkin and and paint it appropriate color. Thank you, Mr.
Should be no problem. Any further comments? All in favor? Carried. The next item is it's a report of municipal officer. It's a staff report on the River Road slope stability study, and it's been moved by Councillor Mike Myatt and seconded by Councillor Madison. The council authorizes funds to be used from the road reserves to fund an emergency slope stability study on the Burgoyne Creek riverbank adjacent to the River Road, to be prepared by R.J. Burnside and Associates Limited for the budgetary fee of $46,000 plus applicable HST. Questions or comments to this? All in favor? Hey, that's good. There is one item there. It's a notice of motion here, and it's a notice tonight for it will be included in just a notice, right? Be included at our next meeting. So the next item then are bylaws. Excuse me. And I know there's reports with some of these. If you've got any questions, we'll entertain them. It's been moved by Councillor Mike Myatt and seconded by Councillor Madison that bylaw 14-2008, being a bylaw to authorize the acquisition of land, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed and sealed this 12th day of February 2018. Any questions or comments to this? Councilman Ellis.
So we heard Cayley Farm organizations. This is the same. Does it have any bearing on passing this bylaw? This bylaw is just, right now, it's just for the purchase. It's not for the conditions of rental and ownership after the fact.
No, and I think, I think we can get our CIO to call Mr. Cayley tomorrow and make arrangements for whatever that issue is. The other one was Councillor.
Mr. Mayor, can I speak to the information report now or after the bylaws approved? I'd like to speak to the information report.
Speak to it right now, Mike. Okay. Before the vote.
I had the opportunity, in the report, I think it's stated that Harold Sutherland Aggregates has confirmed its request to name the future outdoor sports field complex after the Lamont family. I had the opportunity to talk to Mrs. Lamont today, and a very, very nice lady. And also the late Wilbur's Lamont's brother Joe. And I just want to say, Mr. Mayor, that they were both elated with what this council is doing by naming this park the Lamont Sports Field Complex. So I just it's a feel-good story. Mr. Joe Lamont, who came to town 75 years ago, lived on that farm, and actually owned that piece of property with the late Wilbur Lamont. And so he was, just a little choked up. I think he felt really good about it, and so did Mrs. Lamont. So it's a good news story, and just want to commend this council and particularly our CAO, David Smith, for managing this transaction. I think this is a really, really positive step in the right direction for our community, this land purchase, this 150 acres. And I know speaking to people in the community, from the Boyle community, they're pretty ecstatic of what's going on there. But I just want to pass that on about the Lamont family. They're pretty pleased, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks. Any further comments? All in favor? Any, that's carried. So the next item is a bylaw to authorize the non-union employee wages. Again, there's a report with that. It's been moved by Councillor Dave Myatt, seconded by Councillor Minaj, that bylaw 15-2008, being a bylaw to establish the salaries and wages of the non-union employees and certain officers of the town of Saugeen Shores for the 2018 year, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed and sealed this 12th day of February 2018. Comments? Questions? All in favor? Carried. Next item is a bylaw to transfer payment agreement. Again, there's a report to that. If anybody has any questions, we'll entertain them And it's been moved by Councillor Minaj, seconded by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber, that bylaw 16-2018, being a bylaw to authorize the execution of an agreement with Her Majesty the Queen and Right of Ontario, as represented by the Minister of Transportation for the Province of Ontario, Ontario Municipal Commuter Cycling Program, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passes sealed this 12th day of February 2018. Comments to this? All in favor? That's carried. Next item is the conformatory bylaw, and it's been moved by Councillor Vice Deputy Mayor Huber and seconded by Councillor Dave Mayette that bylaw 17-2018, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, finally passed and sealed this 12th day of February 2018. All in favor? That's carried, and it's a motion moved by Councillor Madison and seconded by Councillor Mike Mayette that this regular council meeting of February the 12th, 2018 hereby adjourned at 9:10 p.m. All in favor? We're adjourned.